Hi guys, this is my Canadian video. I had made it actually in beginning of February, but I didn't realize how much background noise there was, and I hadn't had a chance to redo it since then. So I apologize for how long it's been since I posted a video. But yeah, so this is my video based on being a Canadian going to school in the US and realizing how true people think these stereotypes are and how many there are about Canadians. The biggest one being that it snows all year round, we live in igloos, we ride polar bears, and we have pet moose and beavers, but none of it's true. Yes, our summers are shorter, but we still get summers. We don't live in igloos, we live in houses, we have electricity, and we don't have pet moose or pet beavers. The beaver is our national animal, and moose is what we hunt, and they are delicious. And obviously we don't ride polar bears. We drive cars, and sometimes horses, but not for regular transportation. Just because we are Canadian does not mean we know your friend that's from Canada. We are a friendly nation. We are smaller than you guys. We have less population, but we're not that small. So if you have a friend living on the west coast of Canada, and I'm from Ontario, chances are I don't know them. And if I do, it's a very scary coincidence. Yes, we are known as the nicest people, and Americans tend to make fun of us for it and how we say sorry a lot, which is actually true. We do say sorry to everything, unfortunately. Well, not really unfortunately, but we do say sorry to a lot of things, and I even caught myself saying sorry to my friend apologizing to me for interrupting me. So that just goes to show you. But it pays to be nice, because other nations love us, and when we travel, they tend to treat us really, really well, which is why some Americans put Canadian flag pins on their luggage in order to trick them into thinking they're Canadian so they get better treatment. Our provinces are your states, our premiers are your governors, and our prime minister is your president. It's almost identical in terms of our land and our government. The elections are different, the terms are different, the laws are a bit different, but overall it's pretty much the same. We have city, provincial, and national, which are the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We don't have, what are they called? I don't remember, actually. State troopers. We don't have state troopers. We just have police. Speaking of our CMP, they do ride horses, and they do wear fancy red uniforms that you see in all the pictures. That's not what they wear every day, and they do not ride horses every day. So you will not see a Mountie on a horse riding down the highway chasing after you for speeding. Chances are they will be in a regular police uniform and in a cop cruiser or a police vehicle of some sort. Yes, our stuff does cost more money because of our taxes, but we also get more benefits because of the taxes, such as our free healthcare, which is still better than Obamacare, no offense. When we win the lottery, we get to keep all our money, which is pretty awesome. So if you were to win like $1 million in a provincial lottery, you would get to keep the entire million. You would not have to give any of it to the government. We do not have a south, but we do have plenty of rednecks and country folk, especially in the western part of Canada. But we are just as country as southerners from the US. We hang out at Tim Hortons. That is not a person's house. It is the equivalent to a Dunkin' Donuts. It is a coffee chain store, and it's probably better for you and better tasting than Dunkin' Donuts. Definitely better tasting, in my opinion. But it's literally everywhere. So if people say they're going to Timmy's or Tim's or Tim Hortons, that's a coffee shop, not a person's place. Or else there'd be a lot of people going to Tim Hortons. And I don't see how people could fit in that house if that were actually a person. Which leads me to my next thing is we have double doubles, triple triples, 4x4s. Those are all coffee terms used for Tim Hortons most of the time. So a double double is 2 creams, 2 sugars. Triple triple, 3 creams, 3 sugars. 4x4 is obviously 4 creams, 4 sugars, plain and simple. But you can also have like the normal orders, like just 1 cream, 2 sugars, or however you want. We have, we do have 2 4s and 26ers, which apparently are called differently in the US than they are in Canada. I'm not entirely sure about that since I can't drink or buy alcohol here because of their drinking age, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that it's different. We do not go out in a boot to our house. We go out and about. That is one of the biggest things people make fun of me for. Because apparently, even though I might not say it boot and a boot, I do have an accent. We all have. Canadians do have accents. Some provinces heavier than others, but we do have them. And living here, I have definitely noticed that I do talk a bit differently when it comes to words like that compared to Americans. Not much different. We have a Movember, not a no-shave November, which is more or less the same thing. Movember is specifically for men's prostate cancer awareness, whereas I'm pretty sure No Shave November is just to promote men's health. I found people are more involved in it in Canada than they are in the US, but it is a great cause regardless of where you go. So if you're a man and you're allowed to grow a beard or a mustache, do it for your health and for awareness. At Niagara Falls, we have the Nicer Falls. It is actually the falls that are used in most promotions for the Niagara Falls, including the ones for the US falls. We are called Canucks. We don't find it offensive. And I had a teacher ask me what exactly a Canuck meant, and it's in literal translation, it's supposed to be a French Canadian. So it's literally just another word for Canuck. We do not find it offensive. We are sorry for Justin Bieber. Cannot make that clear enough. Even though he's back in Canada, we apologize. But we did give you guys plenty of good people on top of it. Many more to make up for him. We can head to the telephone. You're welcome. Enough said. We know our money is colorful and it looks like Monopoly money. Now that it's plastic, it looks even more like Monopoly money than it used to. But I prefer it better. A lot of people prefer it better. I don't like actually paying in cash in the US because I don't like the feel of it. I find it really dirty and gross. And because it's all one color, you can't tell whether you're giving somebody a $20 bill or a $1 bill, which can sometimes land you in a bunch of trouble if the cashier isn't exactly honest. So colorful money makes it much easier to identify, and if it falls in the snow or goes in the wash, at least it won't fall apart because of the plastic. Although they can only be used, they're only good for up to such high temperatures. They actually had people have them melting on dashboards in cars during last summer when they became really popular. We have all the same shows, same movies, same technology as the US does. Sometimes we don't get releases until slightly later, by like a couple of days or so, maybe a few weeks, months, depending on the technology. So we do get it. We're not really far behind from you guys. Yes, we do have African Americans here. Do they like the snow? I really do not know because I am not one of them, and I have not asked them that. I have literally been asked if we have African Americans in Canada, and if they are there, they don't like the snow. But I'm not sure. So if you really want to know, go find an African American Canadian and go ask them. Interesting thing, we own the North Pole, so technically Santa is Canadian, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, so that's the end of my Canadian stereotypes video. If you liked it, please go subscribe below, share it, comment on it, tell your friends. Thanks, and have a good day.